Guys, if you have anything bad to say, don't waste your fire breath. Welcome, everyone, to Here Be Dragons, a tabletop RPG played over Zoom where the players are dragons, except not anymore on account of they have humanoid forms. But they're still dragons, so actually, they still are. Hi, everyone, my name's Philip, and I am your highly professional Dragon Master for this game, and ensconcing me are my wonderful players. Hello, dragons.
But that's not how it's pronounced, right?
Hello.
Hello, dragons.
Roar.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
dragons.
pronounced ensconced. And guys, I hope you guys. I hope
Scones.
exactly. I've been
Ensconced.
ensconced.
Which when you said that
Cinnamon
on
and
Wednesday, that revelation is as upsetting to me as that it's Icor and not Icker.
Shut.
I
No,
could-
stop.
I could.
No,
Is there a song
I'm
like
getting my
that?
pronunciation. I'm gonna get my pronunciation dictionary here.
Go to howjusay.com.
Pronunciation?
Yeah, just I can talk real good.
Wait,
the
it
words.
is Icor. That's what I've always said.
Yeah, Icor is the correct
Yeah.
pronunciation.
No.
I think
Would you
at
say
this point,
Icker?
No.
Icker.
No,
Yeah.
Oh.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
out.
wrong. No.
I'm out.
What are you
Yeah,
guys
I
saying?
was
No.
out of the game
Which
now,
one
guys.
are you all saying
Icker.
no to? Hold
Icker.
on.
You're the weird one
Icker's
here,
good.
Philip. You're the
Icker's
weird one
good.
here.
Icor is bad.
Icker.
Icor.
Are you guys into Icor?
Yeah.
I like East Bay hardcore. I like.
It's
Yeah,
like
and-
a Apple product.
Yeah.
It's,
Icor.
I
when,
also-
it's when the beat drops. That's what gets me. And
I have always said Icor, and I'm sorry.
No,
I
you don't
found an
sorry.
example of the Oxford comma thing today, Philip.
I love one of a rare instance of the Oxford comma
Yes.
introducing complication. Yes, please.
Yes, yes. In a recipe, where the words were, it's also poorly written. So, take the milk, sugar, and cream together in a bowl, right?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
cream is a verb.
Yeah.
Now, if it was cream
Wait,
them
is cream
together,
listed as an ingredient?
No, cream is not listed. So this came up. There was a thread of like, where is the cream in this recipe? I don't see how much.
Oh, because
And it
someone
turns out
improperly
because-
used a.
Because the cream, it's using cream as
Yeah.
as the verb to combine the butter
but
and
all they
sugar
have
together.
to
With
do
it.
is put in a dam, cream them together.
Absolutely,
And then we
or
can know.
or just start the sentence off with cream the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cream the
Or
following.
instead of
although-
cream, use a
That sounds
synonym
dirty.
like, stir them together or
Yes.
until
yes.
creamy.
Yes.
Although
Cream the milk and the sugar and then put it on your naughty.
Yes.
So, to something that we were talking about the other day,
And then
Andrew,
finish.
Starfield has actually become a bane for me with its lack of Oxford commas because
Oh,
you don't
no.
have a voice as the protagonist in that game.
Yeah, you clearly
So-
don't.
So I am reading the lines out, right? And now I've been noticing as I'm reading out a line, it's like I am having to mentally figure it out because there's no Oxford comma. And I was just
Oh,
like, I stopped
interesting.
mid-sentence, went on a rant, finished it, and continued.
Amazing.
I'm a bitch. Need my Oxford commas.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for this conversation about Oxford commas and the proper pronunciation of the word Icor. And this really helped us all move past my incredibly hilarious pun about don't waste your fire breath. So, if we're all ready to get into this game, which heaven knows I am, let's talk a little bit about what happened in our last exciting installment of Here Around Me Be Dragons. Our dragons, having sort of returned to their world after a long sojourn through other planes, largely the Shadowlands or the Shadow World and the Fairylands, given very clever activities they undertook in such places, had largely freed their world of the invading bipeds. However, threats still remained, and the dragons are now seeking to potentially try and undo a curse which has gripped all dragons of Wyrmloth since time immemorial. Using one of the wishes from their Wishblade, so this does not count any of the wishes that you all kind of carry within you, the dragons each granted themselves a biped form. To recap those, XigXag is a goblin, Tongart is a goblin with a mustache, Elon is a 6'2" human who likes mayonnaise. I don't know why that is considered a description, and yet when you look at him, you're like, yes, that is what's happening.
I know exactly
Shishu-
what that person looks like.
Shishu
Yes.
is a 6'2" twin of Elon's form, so looks as if they were twin siblings, but she is of an angelic bent.
Which
Sort of-
would mean then that Shishu likes Kewpie mayonnaise.
I
Yeah.
can't speak to that because it's just any type of
Or like
mayonnaise will make me
marshmallow whip.
sick. Oh, fluff, marshmallow fluff.
Marshmallow fluff.
That's
yeah.
fine. Oh
Makes
my god,
sense.
fluffernutters, you guys.
Oh,
Yes.
fluffernutters.
Oh, you're from Texas. That's right.
That's all
That-
sugar, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And
Just sugar and
Shishu
fat.
also, given abilities, technically is going to be able to kind of like disguise herself at will. So, though that is her standard form when not in the dragon look, she's got the ability
Like
to.
if marshmallow fluff, if you could see the glowing sugar crystals, that's kind of the tone of her ASMR.
And she does have a slight glow as well, I think we said. You've got like a
Mhm.
little. Yeah. And then finally, Lord Bukubazan is now an 8-foot tall, sort of stone skinned Goliath. So he's actually taller when he's a biped than when he's a dragon,
Yeah.
which is where it goes.
Yes.
He must be tripping over his feet all the time. Being put.
It's really awkward.
You guys took a little time to get used to these sort of bodies that you'll basically use when you're on other planes and don't attract too much attention. But then you use the Amulet of Planar Travel to venture to Mondevue, and you chose a continent called Wishworld as your destination, thinking that, if you're going to the world that's called Wishworld, might as well go to that very cool continent. Having traveled there, you found that there is a path called the Wishing Road, which stretches through this otherwise beautiful but at times wild terrain with a sort of crystalline stone, glowing, iridescent, very reminiscent of the realm that you all visited when you communed together to speak to the goddess Wenha, as this current location you're in is kind of very much devoted to her. Remember Wishworld, this is for viewers, I think you guys all remember this, everyone from Wishworld is born with one wish, which makes it kind of a crazy place. And the more power you amass before using the wish, the more transformative your wish can be. It also makes it a dangerous world because, every once in a while, the lowest person, if you really make them mad, they might unleash, a meteor swarm upon you. So it's it's kind of you don't really want to cross. It's a world, it's like Hollywood, It's like, don't be mean to your assistant because they could be running the studio one day. That's the vibe. And no one, therefore, in Hollywood has ever been mean to an assistant or a PA.
No.
It's like
Very
it's like
kind place.
it's like every person is participating in the Cold War. Every person is participating in mutually assured destruction.
Indeed. And because you don't necessarily know if someone has used their wish or not, and this has even come up because you guys very quickly met a small goblin. There are a lot of goblins on this continent. It is probably I don't think it's a majority goblin continent, but it is the largest single group would be goblins, plurality. That's plurality, right? You met one of these named Big Z, who was really into hot rods. Hot rods have been wished into existence by someone else. And Big Z, kind of just speaking to someone from here, you sort of made claims that you were maybe from, like a different place, but you are from here. You'd been traveling around. You're kind of getting the lay of the land. You are on the road, a stretch of road between Fresheb and Ofalo, two cities within a government called the Ba Ling Mystery. And, Tongart, you kind of came to the conclusion after talking to this goblin. One, a lot of people don't say whether or not they've used their wish and tend to kind of be very reticent to kind of disclose for reasons we were just discussing. And two, you suspect, based on what he has said and kind of the vibe of this place, that this is a civilization that, through some wishes that must have been cast by powerful beings long ago, this society just works. This government, like everyone is pretty well provided here for. Whatever governmental system they have here kind of just works thanks to magic in sort of in an oddly altruistic way. So that is there's a lot more if you guys choose to go down these roads, literal and figurative. You could learn about this Baldling mystery and kind of what its whole history is and what it's doing. But for now, you are at sort of a rather remote spot along the Wishing Road, where you have found an inn where travelers stop for the night on their way either to Frishab or Follow. You also learned, because I forgot to mention, your goal here is to maybe found a religion so people will give you all their wishes that you could then use to, save your stuff. You have determined that there probably is not a wish registry, which is something that you previously assumed there would be. It was also told to you this was a new and potentially important new feature. Your friend Big Z told you that there are stories of people who might actually have more than one wish. So even if someone has used their wish, you might not want to cross them or assume they don't have another one in the tank. After all, there are also those rings that can store wishes for people, so there's a lot going on. In any case, after some of you took some rides in Big Z's hot rod and had a fun time with that, some of you also asked Big Z about the worst wish that he'd ever heard. He told a story of someone, his friend Mevin,
wish I've ever heard,
who just wanted his wife's soup to be not quite so good once. Which was bad. In any case, he told you that there were religious pilgrims heading up to an abandoned, haunted church on a hill that is visible kind of... I imagine this roadside inn is, sort of spread out a large building, as these inns often were, kind of in this kind of medieval-esque era. Probably, 20 rooms, 30 rooms within. It kind of stretches pretty far. Whereas then there is a sort of hill rising up out of the forest behind, and on top of it there is a church sitting there. A church that looks old and abandoned, although you could even see individuals heading up to it. When you went there the same, you found there were steps kind of like slabs of stone kind of put into the side of this hill for easier walking, and you soon met some individuals here. Seaton Crossley, he had black painted fingernails, a human. You also met Catriona Shadowhouse, who was a shadow elf priest, although she said she's not a priest yet. She had just dyed her hair red and was wearing a purple robe, and was asking if people thought it was sort of matching what she was trying to do. These pilgrims are explaining they do not yet have a religion, but they're trying to found a new one based on dreams they've all been experiencing of a doll called... Actually, I'm not sure they said the name of the doll yet. So, of a doll. And they have been making little corn dollies, which if anybody didn't know what a corn dolly was and hasn't looked it up, Google corn dollies and prepare to feel uncomfortable, because something about them really freaks me out personally.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
The corn husk dolls? Yeah.
Yeah, this little kind of thing. So
It's very Crucible.
they've been, exactly. So they've been making, so Goody Shadowhouse has been instructing the kids to make these, because it is my name. So as they've been handing out these dolls, and they offered dolls to you. Tongart and Lord Buku accepted the token. The rest of you said, no, the devil is real. No, thank you. The devil is
The
not
two
in this
diplomats.
house. Yeah, the two diplomats took it. The other said, "This is no, thank you. That's a demon." All right.
They're good.
Everything's worth trying at least once.
I don't like corn demons.
Catriona sort of informed you that she really wasn't trying to proselytize. She just wants everyone to go with dread, and that was a phrase that Seaton Crossley, this sort of gentleman outside, was using. You can tell that they are setting up some kind of repairs. They are putting this place back together, and it is... They have a few devotees so far, a few acolytes, but as they say, it is not yet a religion. Catriona did say that you could come for various ceremonies in the night, one at sundown, one at midnight, and one at the very witching hour, the very witching time of night. You could go back to those. Tongart was like, I would like to do that, but there are a few hours before even the first of such gatherings begins. You guys headed back down and discussed how you... Maybe XigXag kind of said, we should just go up there and burn that whole place down tonight with all of them in it, because let's just nip this in the bud. Shishu doesn't want her religion to be based on dread, regardless of what it is based on. Tongart, though, kind of got an eerie feeling, then looked, and there seemed to be one of those corn dollies just like sitting on one of the steps, kind of positioned to be staring right at him, just in a weird way.
Have you
But-
guys ever heard of toxic positivity?
Yeah.
I don't understand how positivity could be toxic.
Exactly.
I,
It's so positive, it could be toxic.
It can kill you.
Okay.
Indeed, it actually, too much positivity can kill you. I'm also going to mention, I still have chat up here because I haven't pulled all the stuff up here. We just had a question of which TTRPG is using this. This is actually not D&D, although we have a lot that is familiar to D&D, kind of just in the structure.
That's where we
Adjacent?
started. That was
D&D
how that started.
adjacent.
It is, yeah. We started in that, but we've shifted to a new system. We're actually using a proprietary system, which we're calling the lore pool system. And in this system, you roll a bunch of D8s, and what you're looking for are matching numbers. The more matches, the more of a kind you get. It's almost like poker or something. You know, like 5 of a kind is amazing. You know, 4 of a kind is very good. 3 of a kind is a great success. 2 of a kind is a basic sort of success, and then on occasion, even just having 1 of a specific number will help. But the numbers have some more subjective ideas to sort of what they provide. They are, I will say it very carefully, they are horde dice. So each of the D8s is a horde.
D is
die.
it's so important that
It's
D is
a
hit hard.
horde dice. At some point, I will run a game using the horde dice system, which is also a very fun game.
I don't understand how that isn't. That stems like the voluptuous system.
Yeah,
That's
the
horde system.
voluptuous system literally uses 4 play dice. In case you
Yeah,
guys didn't
that's-
know this, in case I haven't announced this to these players or viewers, I literally built a game with 4 play dice. So people roll like blow buns, and that like has an effect. But enough about other games. Let's talk about this one. So yeah, that is how this game.
I think this one's over. We should just play the other one. I think we should just swap. it for now.
Hey guys, should we just try it real quick? I don't know. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I've made a
know.
pretty concerted effort to not be involved in that system.
How about we roll luck?
Oh yes,
Oh,
everyone,
yeah.
please roll 4d8 to determine your luck modifier for the day. This game has a
Oh
fun
my
little mechanic
goodness.
where we.
Wow.
What do you got?
4 6s.
You got
Whoa.
4 6s.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Wow. Your luck today is 7d8.
Wow.
4 of a kind on 4 is crazy. So for this game, you do an initial luck roll every week to see what your luck will be that week. And
Memory.
I got 2 4s.
2 4s, you have 4 for the day.
Pair of 8s.
Pair of 8s, 4 for the day.
Pair of 7s.
Nothing.
4 for the day for you, thanks to your luck stone, and you had a pair as well, Tongard.
Pair of 7s.
So everyone has 4d8 as their
Wait.
luck for the day.
Shishu, what did you have?
Pair of 4s.
Oh, okay. I thought we had done a straight.
A done a straight of matches.
Oh.
4 6s. That is wild. I'm so glad it was on a luck roll that may never actually come up for the rest of today.
So that
Yeah,
happened for
probably
me.
will never
Remember one time
use
I
it,
rolled
but-
4 on it, and then never made a luck roll that night.
I do apologize. Well, please, if you ever have really high luck die for a night, please.
Well, it's not
feel
me.
free
I
to,
don't
like,
ask questions
me,
that-
you know.
I don't ask questions that require luck rolls,
Could I? Yeah.
and then I only look at luck to something to spend
Sure.
to try to.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
So maybe burning down at the church. will require
you're
lots of-
like, can we? Is the luck on my side? Can we just burn down that church? So that is where we've left things off, and I feel sort of bad about this because I actually left a minor detail out of my recap that spoiler alert may matter, so I'm just gonna say it, and you guys will be. This is like one of those previously ons where like a character shows up in the previous, and you're like, oh, this guy will be in the episode today because otherwise he wouldn't be in the previously on. Seaton, when you approached, asked if you were Jordana. He said, "Are you Jordana?" And you all said, "No." He said, "Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for someone named Jordana." So, just thought I needed to say that out loud. Okay. That.
Doubt that applies.
Clearly something important, but
That doesn't seem that important.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be important at all.
All right. So, with all
And
of
I'm
that
sorry,
in
Philip.
mind,
If I was answering something. Did something say Giordana?
Jordana,
Jordan.
Okay.
like Brewster.
Okay. I feel I'm feel much better about our situation now.
Which situation did you think? What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of the possessor of the Hellblade.
Oh, Gidana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that. Don't you worry. That's a different game entirely. All right. Very good. Yes.
Well, everything is everything now, Philip. I don't know what is up and down.
Everything is truly everything. So with all that in mind, we are going to begin our game here tonight. We're going to pick up moments after we ended with you all coming off the mountain, or the hillside there, not a mountain. You have made your way down. It's still a nice warm afternoon. I think we said there are probably 3 or 4 hours before sundown, when apparently there is the first of their activities going on, and you would probably suspect is based on the intonation Catriona gave you, it probably grows in order of radness or of terror, depending on your perspective. The first one's probably like an opening ceremony. The midnight one may be serious, and who knows about that witching hour one. So, you are about you're pretty darn close to this inn. And then of course there are 2 cities you could head to in either direction, Fresheben or Follow, both of which are part of the Bali mystery. I will say that Big Z is you can see Big Z in the far distance, making strange sort of like circles in his hot rod.
Donuts?
Yeah, if I some kind of weird like circular, looks like I don't know what shape. There's no food in your world to describe it, but yes. So what would you all like to do? And Lagak is of course with you, just being sort of.
Are we hungry?
I mean, I
Is
could
it
eat.
dinner time?
Well,
probably-
it's getting there.
Probably more like a late lunch, but yes, you could certainly.
But we were probably heading toward the inn anyway, right? So there's probably something to eat there, or at least around there. Give us a place to stay tonight. Maybe get a little more local rumors and culture and kind of what's going on outside of drag racing and doll making. I don't remember the name of the inn, but I know that was right over this way.
I mean, I think our goals would be to either discover fellows with extra wishes that might be more inclined to dispose of them, folks with incredible power use said wishes for us, or free the establishment of a new religion. We could look at this one as.
Well, I'm sort of curious to see what they're doing, just because. I mean, when I asked Catriona, she said that this message is catching on, and I kind of just so we can kind of get a vibe for what people are wanting here. I don't want to participate. I'm not saying we model it after this, but it's what did you call it, Alon? You used the term oppo research. I'm not sure what that means, but it seems like this is a great opportunity. And I understand if not all you want to come, that's fine. But as a student of religion, I'm also fascinated to see how other people practice their beliefs and just to observe. I mean, yeah, they seem a little, well, spooky. But, I imagine if I were to start talking about like gate and grace and following your breath, some people might find that spooky as well, especially if I was dragon at the time. But I guess, it all sort of matters what sort of perspective you're on. But, that's hours away. Because I definitely want to catch the midnight one. Although witching hour, that sounds like it might be a little much, but also maybe that's like the thing. You know what I mean? If you're going to do the thing.
Check in. Maybe we should check into the hotel first and gather what.
Yeah, I think we should maybe.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And those that are interested in the midnight showing can.
So the 6
attend.
of you, with your sort of orcish, cause she has the money basically. Lagak does. She'll sort of walk with you all.
Just kids on a fucking field trip.
Two goblins, a large Goliath, and a pair of twins, one of whom is somewhat angelic. You guys can sort of walk across the grass here. It is a very sort of pleasant afternoon. And as you sort of reach the front of the inn, you see the doors are fairly open. There are a few folks, a couple of goblins, a few other species represented, kind of just sort of hanging out in the area outside of it. It seems to be a rather, this feels like what you might expect. The vibe here feels like what you might expect in like a larger city. despite it being in such a remote spot, that you don't feel, people don't seem to be wary. There isn't a sense of like danger here. It's kind of a more, like, oh yeah, we'll just, it's a modern road trip with all the amenities kind of vibe. So as you guys approach, it appears perfectly welcoming. And no one bats an eye of the 6 of you walking into the main entrance.
Well, how many rooms we want to get? I guess it sort of depends on how many rooms they have available.
If you sort of, as you sort of enter the main doors here, there actually is, you can tell there is a large, like, tavern tap room off to one side, but directly ahead of you is basically like a desk, a large wooden, well carved sort of bar, where there is a figure sitting there, a sort of horned biped. Something almost demonic about them. I think you guys might be familiar with tieflings or fiendkin from where you are. These sort of hell or kind of fiend touched humanoids. This one is sort of sitting at this counter, just wearing a fairly nice kind of doublet. Has a quilled pen and is just sort of making some notes, but as you sort of walk in, kind of looks up and says, "Oh yes, welcome. Come, are you? Did you want to check in, or are you just coming to drink? It's that time of the afternoon where you might be able to make it to
I
other
think
accommodations."
we want some rooms, right, guys?
Oh, rooms.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Rooms first, then drinks.
Of
Yeah,
course,
seems
there
right.
are 6 of you. How many rooms did you want to get? We
Any sort of
discourage
shortage?
Why-
putting more than 4 individuals in a room.
Do you have bunk beds?
No.
Yeah, that's what we're most familiar with.
Well, we don't have
I
any
mean,
bunk
if
beds,
you have
I'm
bunk
sorry.
beds, it would be just nice to like feel a little bit of like what it feels like to be home.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we do not have any bunk beds.
Oh, okay.
But if
Then
you,
I'll have your
You have a
Regal
room with like two, or like a room with like 2 beds that you could push together.
you would be welcome to push beds together within. We will just charge you if there's any damage upon your departure.
Perhaps we should just get 2 rooms. And
Just
I'll
2.
have your Regal suite, please.
Oh, you would like one of our nicer rooms with a view?
Yes.
There is a bit of an upcharge for that, but you are in luck. We do have one of our rooms with the best view of the entire
I don't handle
valley.
the money, so
Very
Yeah, no,
well.
that's fine.
Does
Yeah,
anyone?
who's handling the money?
I do handle the money. Yes, that's fine. I can handle any money. 2 rooms, I suppose, for the. Or would it be better to get? She kind of looks and says, "We might want to get 3 rooms, so there's 2 in each. I suspect the rooms may be more suitable for that, based on what's being
What
said."
about you, Laga?
Well, I'm one of the 6, so
Oh, right. We have 6.
I know it's more than our talents we have, but yes. But one of the rooms, the tiefling says, "Do you want the most regal options for all of the rooms? We can give you our best 3 rooms if you'd like." Lugak
Yes.
says, "That will be fine."
Oh.
And so Lugak kind of hands over a
okay.
big handful of gold coins, and the tiefling sort of sticks them back there and says, "Very well. Do you have any further accommodation? Are you traveling on foot?"
Oh, we have been so
yes,
far.
isn't it crazy?
Wonderful. So yes, you don't have additional baggage from a carriage or anything outside. I'm just checking if I need to summon someone to help you with your bags. Only light packs. Excellent. In that case, I'm going to strongly recommend, and we will actually provide these to the rooms if you'd like. You all should enjoy a soothing bath in our proprietary mixture of minerals and oils. If you've been on your
Alright.
That
feet all
sounds
day.
lovely.
Yeah, let's do it.
I will.
Let's-
Shall we send one
admittedly,
to
that
each
sounds
room?
quite nice.
Certainly, yeah.
Then of course we'll do that. And Lagak's like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." There you go. And just kind of
But don't
tosses
we
it.
have some? We had all sorts of treasures, didn't we? Have some coinage?
here.
Didn't we
Not
give
here.
it to Lagak?
Not
Yeah,
here.
Lagak has a bunch of your own coinage, so you're really just spending
Okay.
your own inheritance. It's fine. Yeah,
Okay then.
Lagak has no judgment if you guys want to live it up here.
But all of our treasure and stuff is back. We just brought coins.
Yeah.
Like Shishu's not gonna learn the conversion rate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I
Well,
wouldn't either.
also XigXag. You and I are accustomed to living a certain style of life,
Yeah,
and Buku, Alan, and Shishu are considered
yeah. I mean,
they used to live
I
a different style of life.
spent most of my childhood underground without windows, so I'm not too picky.
I'm confused. Is this extravagant for you both? Seems just
No, maybe a
see,
little bit
I'm not-
ostentatious.
I'm not
Um,
used to
seems
just sort of
rather-
asking for the top of anything.
Oh, I'll be
Alright,
honest. This seems rather
Shishu hears
frugal
this
accommodations for
conversation,
myself.
and she wants to lean into the tiefling and be like, "Do you have a lost and found with any shoes in it?"
This is such a bummer because you're asking, so it would be you who'd roll the luck and not XigXag.
Oh.
Well, shouldn't it be XigXag rolling the luck because the
Because
shoes
it's my
are
luck.
for her.
Would be for
It would be her luck for there to be shoes.
XigXag,
there.
give me a luck roll. With your
Yes,
7 and
yes.
78s.
Nice.
Oh, Shishu.
But don't say it's between you and me. It has to be a surprise.
Let's see,
I
I
don't
have
understand, but
2 doubles.
2 doubles. Which would you like to use?
I don't know. Artwork or trinket?
Trinket.
Both have good advantages for what they're based on.
I'm going with artwork for a
Artwork. So
change.
you want a nicer pair of shoes.
Yeah.
The sort of the tiefling looks back and says, "Well, actually, yes. I doubt they are yours. They are a pair of shoes for some kind of aquatic creature to ease the walking on land with space for their webbing. A pair of sort of open sandals and kind of like is pulling up a box where if you're pretty tall, so you can like look over, and XigXag sort of smaller, so you can look over and you see it's kind of like a pair of like almost like Roman sandals, that move up, but they're spread out in such a way that they would fit a kind of webbed Triton foot or something.
Great, we'll take them. Lagak.
Oh, well then, and Lagak just
Thanks for XigXag for a surprise.
Lagak tosses a couple of silvers at the tiefling, who says, "Of course. Oh, did you want these wrapped up or something?"
Yeah, sent to the room. Thank you.
All
You're
right.
so
Do I notice that it's
XigXag,
going
I'm
on?
going to say that since she's trying to be nice, you do not notice it.
One needs a little pampering. Especially if you spend a lot of time underground.
Very well, and I assume that it is so. I will tell you. Kind of leans in and says, "So I assume that there are 3. We are giving you our 3 nicest rooms. They're all on the upper floor with a nice view. The best view, however, I assume that's going to you. Is that correct?"
Sure, whatever. I don't
Okay,
care. I
wonderful.
don't look out windows.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
No, but yeah, no, yeah. That's
Okay.
just give her what you want. No, just trust me.
Okay, so
She just
so-
wants to know that she could look out.
Of course, I understand.
The
That's-
view is beneath you.
we're kind
Of course
the,
you don't.
The tiefling sort of says something to
Literally?
some people behind and says,
I mean, if my followers are out there, I'll like wave to them, but I don't think they know I'm here.
your rooms
Without
are being
looking.
prepared now. The sort of relaxing mineral and oil baths are being set up now. If you'd like to go up to them directly, you can, or you can experience the tap room here, and they'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. You've been wonderfully kind.
Well, we do try. This is your key and kind of hand. This is for you and whoever you're sharing a room with. Who else has a room? Who else requires a room?
Oh,
Maybe the goblins should go together. I don't know.
sure.
Very
Yeah.
well. Oh, in that
Uh,
case, this is a more. Many of our rooms, of course, are are scaled for multiple sized creatures, but this one has the most goblin friendly features and some small steps tools to help getting into the bigger beds. There you go. And then kind of hands the last key to Lord Buku. And this one has the largest bed we have to accommodate such a
I thanks you.
wonderful specimen. Yes, we're
I get that a
a
lot.
fine figure you got indeed. Yes.
Does the tavern stay open all night, or when is it sort of shut its doors?
Oh, the tavern stays open. So you can always get something. Things usually calm down after midnight, but it will remain open. Someone will be on call, and you can always get some ale or wine or such things if you ever desire.
Well, thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, of course, our pleasure. So basically, Buku, you have a key. Tongart, you have a key. So I guess Buku's staying with Lagak. Is that the?
Guess so.
I mean, they're two pretty large, large sort of stone-like individuals, and the Buteros will share the last room. So you have your keys. You've been told your room numbers. They are all on the same floor, but they are not adjacent. Shishu's is on the sort of rear facing, and then the others are looking out at the road. So
I have a garden view.
you have the equivalent of a beach view, and they have like a garden view, as in they have a view of like the highway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the garden view.
They just look out at the road, and you look out at the beautiful sort of valley beyond.
It smells like the beach, but don't open the curtains. You know what I mean?
I truly couldn't.
I
So are you guys
don't
going to go
actually.
upstairs now, or are you going to go into the tap room? What would you like to do?
I don't know. What, hmm?
Why don't we all so
Just set our
things?
stuff down. Yeah.
Things
and then,
maybe.
we can adjourn back at the rejourn at the tap room.
Perfect.
I love a
Sure.
return.
Reconstitute our group, shall we say?
If you guys head up to your rooms, the room will do Lord Buku and Lagaka. You sort of the room you step into. Lagaka immediately just steps to like a smaller bed that's set off to one side, letting you take a beautiful sort of large main bed, Lord Buku. Your room is very nicely furnished. You obviously are probably the only dragon who possibly has ever slept in a bed before. The other dragons, though you were shape changed and you've all experienced sleeping as bipeds, for the most part, beds are a weird idea. You just perch on like a nice,
Yeah. I'm gonna start by trying to squat in the bed. And
Yeah. But yes, sort of Lord Buku, the bed you see it should be very nice. The window does let in a good bit of light, kind of looking out at the road. And you are pretty high up, so even looking kind of at the road, you can then see far beyond it. And in fact, if you kind of like push your face against the glass and look over, you can see Big Z kind of driving in the distance as well, up and down the road, kind of on his hot rod. There is, once you guys have entered, kind of coming in behind you, there's a pair of goblins who are sort of like bringing in a rather large tub, which they're sort of setting down, and sort of saying,
"Oh, you've gotten you got the package to get the fancy bath, huh? Good for you. You deserve it along down the road. Let me tell you, we're gonna put an enchantment on this, so the water's gonna stay warm for a long time. Okay, so if you want it to be hotter, you gotta get some you can ask us and we can put some like hot coals in it to kind of raise the temperature, but it's gonna be a nice balmy temperature just all the time for basically 24 hours. Okay, you get it? You guys get it? Okay, cool.
So it's
yeah,
You
very
are
kinda
all
like-
actually getting this spiel in your respective rooms as they bring in this stuff. But so various sort of goblins are putting some kind of powdered minerals and oils and things into a bath, and then they one of them kind of just like gestures and conjures some water that will stay warm for 24 hours. So there you go.
I think I'm going to step into the thing. Still
bath?
fully dressed. Yeah, into the bath.
Oh, okay.
Still fully dressed because I'm not familiar how it's supposed to be done.
Okay. You probably are not going to get the maximal soothing that one would get from such a thing, but it certainly has a pleasant aroma.
Are the shoes delivered into XigXag's room by the time XigXag gets there, or is it going to be on the pillow for turn down surface?
Ooh, would you have requested one or the other? Either is entirely possible.
Either one.
Sure. We'll say that actually, as XigXag is in a bath, kind of, and since a goblin kind of up to her neck, just in this sort of metal tub that's been set there. A goblin then enters and says, "I have a package for a XigXag."
Oh, how exciting! I jump out.
Oh dear.
There is, trailing water and
they hand you a sort of, it's wrapped in sort of some fine, sort of shiny wrapping papers, kind of with gold and red kind of decor. They hand you this package and kind of nod and actually then stand there for a moment. No tip, that's fine. They'll just move on out, no problem. They make a decent wage here.
Looking at Thungard, what was I supposed? What's going on?
This is not a tip-based economy. They're fine, but the people up in these rooms, there's an expectation.
Yes, Master Thungard.
But as he's leaving, I was like, "You should. I'll give him Buku's room number."
What? What do you mean, sir?
Yeah, sir. We just don't have any coin on us.
Oh, I see. Understood.
But
well,
all of our coin is held by one of our
please,
compatriots. If you just knock on that room,
gratuities are not expected.
they'll take care of you.
Gratuities are not expected, sir. Don't
Yeah, but
worry.
I am grateful. I would like to share some gratitude. So if you knock on that door, all of our coin is in there.
Much appreciated, but not necessary at all.
And they'll sort of leave. And they're talking about you. But XigXag, there's this package. If you open it up, within are a pair of sandals that do seem to be fitted for a water
my God, these are awesome! I've never even seen something like that. These are some rare collectibles. Oh my gosh, is there a little note that it's from Shishu?
Is there Shishu?
Shishu loves getting credit, so yes.
Yes, there's a note.
So I probably just run over to her room right away, just like,
Okay.
I thank her and hug her.
So as
And
this
I'm
sopping
totally
wet goblin just kind of comes in and hugs you, while other goblins are sort of setting up a
Fantastic.
thing here, hugs you. Meanwhile,
Thank you
Shishu,
so much.
your
You are
room
the
definitely.
best.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm done.
So XigXag, the room that you've entered here definitely has a very nice view. There is a view of the beautiful sort of valley stretching out beyond. It's some real some real Thomas Kincaid shit. If we're being
Okay.
Can I actually see through the window? I mean, how high up is
Oh
it?
yeah, no, the windows are there. They go low enough that sort of smaller statured species can see out of them, no problem. But what you can see from the room here, Shishu, that is kind of both nice and also is that hill with the church on it is kind of almost like in the foreground.
Oh no.
Since you're higher up, it's still up there a bit, but you can very clearly see that church.
I close the curtains. I don't like that church. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to catch a glimpse of it. But then I kind of peek out and look like Gladys Kravitz. I want to see what's going on.
Make a look roll for me, Shishu.
Okay. Hold
Under
on.
your vitality.
6. Ah,
6? Hey, 6 horde dice is not bad at all.
yeah. Okay. Okay. A pair of 6s and a pair of 7s.
Which would you like to choose for this purpose? I bet it's going to be 7s because it has vindictiveness in it.
Vindictiveness, yes.
You glare out and you kind of with a
competition because
pretty good view. What you see that really just grinds your gears is that
I don't like where this is going.
There are more people. They're having a very good turnout.
And I immediately turn around and say, "Gather everybody. We need a meeting of Shishuology. We need to get our tenets. We need to get the message out. This is not moving fast enough."
So I'm taking my clothes off and getting in the bath.
Okay.
By the time I guess I'll get back to the room, it's like,
Do we
What
not have
are
any
you
telepathic? Do we have any telepathic skills to have a meeting while everyone
Elon is probably like, Oh, I mean, I can't cast that as a spell. It's like, I wouldn't call it telepathy. I'd more call it like.
Shishu just lays on the bed, like.
Is it hard to lay on a bed when you have wings?
No, you have to just lay just right, though. Like, your posture is very important with wings.
Mm.
Oh, that's a
I
good
mean,
idea,
like,
XigXag. I
wrap
should do a
them
lot of
around
content
yourself.
about wing posture.
Oh, yes, yes.
I'm sure that would be very popular.
Just
I don't think we need to worry just yet. We'll have plenty of time. These folks aren't going anywhere.
Philip,
Yes.
while I'm alone in my room,
okay.
while they're doing what they're doing, I'd like to study the doll while I'm sort of in this bath.
Study the
Just see
doll
if-
while you're in the bath. Okay.
Yeah, just
Do you want to study it physically, or do you want to study it kind of emotionally? I guess is my question. Do you want to are you going to inspect its construction, inspect its materials, this kind of stuff, or are you going to try to kind of have a more vibes?
I feel like I get its physical construction.
Okay.
I'm more concerned with kind of, since I got the heebie-jeebies walking away, I kind of want to see if there's something to this doll.
Then you're going to make that the hilarious that we have it vibe check. You're going to do a detect vibe.
Detect vibe. Got it.
Yes.
Is there something? Do we have any intuition skills?
It depends on the situation. Psychology is kind of intuition. Sometimes when you're talking to a person trying to determine exactly what it is they want, read person can give you a more general intuition, and then detect vibe can give you the read of a situation, an object, a room. So in other words, 3 different skills. Haha.
Paratalisman.
A pair of talisman.
Oh
which
wait,
is, of
what
course,
am I doing? Hang on.
I mean, you are you.
I'm me. I get power back all the time. Let me just let me what do I have to spend? I want to re-roll the others, but hold on to the pair of 4s. I forgot how much
Okay. Then to roll those in the pair of 4s, you would be spending 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
3 talisman.
3 talisman. Great. It's 3 to re-roll and then 1 to keep a die.
1 to keep it.
Up
Got
in
it.
there.
Thank you.
So, with that, you, with a 3rd degree success in detecting vibe, one thing that is interesting about this little tolly that you're holding is that it really does feel like it was made in good faith and good intent. Several of them were created, and it wasn't the most time and care was not placed into it. But this is not something that has any like you're not detecting any kind of like hidden, symbols or meaning, or kind of, this is not like some kind of Trojan horse of a thing. It was made with some good intent of trying to sort of spread a certain kind of sensation. That sensation, however, is definitely one of dread. The doll gives you a disquieting feeling. It gives you a feeling of... It just makes you feel like something really bad is going to happen. It's not intense, but it's kind of like... It's like a little worm in your brain, and as you sort of begin to detect this vibe, you can feel that energy is not in the doll, but by looking at the doll, you are bringing in the energy. Does that make sense? It's almost...
It's more like a focus. It's like just
it focuses...
It's like Cyclops' eyes. He doesn't necessarily produce laser beams. He just opens an energy dimension.
Opens an energy dimension to have a dimension of infinite energy that pours out of his eyeballs. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is, Tongart. Yes, you feel that there is a... And also that what's maybe interesting about it is what you can't quite tell is all it really doing just like making me like feel the dread I already feel. Is it just kind of
interesting.
Focusing? Is it bringing it from somewhere else? You're on that point, you're not sure, but the possibility. But you definitely feel kind of like, and it also, with that dread and that fear of what may happen, also comes a bit of hopelessness. just a little tinct of despair, just a little bit, a feeling of like what's like you could see this being a more upsetting thing. And yet it does not feel, especially in its kind of what you can feel of its making, to be a purely negative thing. It's I mean, you're a very positive person, Tongard, but perhaps their message is you need to face these kinds of fears and concerns.
Right. Interesting. Now, you would think this would make me dissuade me at all, but it sort of just makes me even more want to go see what they're doing. But these are the ruminations of myself in the bath.
A little goblin. And it's weird because you got into this water and it didn't start immediately steaming,
Yeah.
That being said, you probably do run a little warmer than people, so it's like it's not steaming, but you don't need to add any coal. Your bath is plenty hot after you've been in it.
Yes, that's an interesting thing. Like, if you're made of like igneous rock and lava, have you ever bathed? An interesting
You may never
idea.
have bathed. Yeah, this may be a very. I mean, you've certainly been in water a couple of times that I remember in game when it happened. But yeah, to purposefully sit in water is a weird sensation. It does feel nice on your feet though, and you guys haven't really even walked that far. You just walked down the street. You didn't walk here all day, or So yeah. Elon, while you were gone, you got to the room. Your room has a view of that church, which Shishu closed the curtains on, then looked at it anyway, was mad how many people were going to it, and she's now laying on the bed in a bad mood, saying, that's the position, saying, we should, I want to meet.
Why has Shishuology not taken off yet?
Oh, you just gotta give it time, you just gotta wait for the right fit, we gotta just position ourselves in the right way and take advantage of the market situation.
I need a media manager.
No, I know you always say that, but you're gonna do just fine. Like, you are brilliant, you're beautiful, you're...
Thanks.
Yeah. You're gonna do great. I'm gonna take care of you. And,
Okay.
yeah, we're just gonna wreck it, alright? Just...
Okay. She does a little bit of hyperventilating, but then she gets up and she's ready to go.
Understood.
That's right.
Why hasn't it taken off yet? She says of her religion that she arrived here like an hour and a half ago and has told no one about. Why hasn't it?
I know.
taken
I
off
expected
yet?
it to be. I mean, I understand. I expected it to be like way off the ground already too. But you just gotta. This is.
I mean,
Just
you
think,
feel
like, this
how
is,
right this is.
Yeah, of course, Shisha. Of course I do. But I just think, you gotta. Sometimes this is just a opening chapter in your story. You just. This will be like
A messianic story,
we're gonna talk about this day as like the hard trials that you've had to go through.
I just realized who you two are. You guys ever seen Burn After Reading?
Mm-mm.
You're Francis McDormand and Brad Pitt in Burn After Reading.
It's pretty close.
I need to see it.
It's pretty close. That's
Pretty close. It's
a
pretty
fun
close.
Coen Brothers movie. With this sort of, I'll say, since XigXag had come to the room and there had been some cross stuff, Shishu had said we want a meeting of Shishuology, although that could have been a just the thing Shishu was saying. Do you guys want to meet and reconvene in one of the rooms now, or are you all
No, we
ready
can go to the
downstairs?
tap room.
Very good.
Do I have spare clothes? A change of clothes?
Probably not, actually, because though there were some clothing given to each of you for various biped forms and some weaponry, you probably don't have multiple pairs of clothes that you can.
Then I might need some dry clothes.
Well, I think we're in
There is a fuzzy robe.
So there's a robe. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say you
there's
probably have a robe.
there is
you
a
can wear.
robe in the inn.
Oh, okay. I put on my fuzzy robe.
You'll XigXag just wearing a fuzzy robe. Everybody else,
Having bathed and sued,
Things are
I'll
so
put on my
unusual.
dusty clothes once again.
You could probably just give them all to
Do
Tom
I
Dog
do I
and hang
catch
him on
some
him for a
ghosts
minute.
in the
They'll dry
bath
out.
when I go back?
yeah, he's in the. I mean, the bath is just in the room. So
Like,
he's.
what are you doing? Are you supposed to do it naked? That's so weird.
Well, I mean, normally we don't wear anything, right? So like,
Oh,
I guess you would take the things. I've seen bipeds do this before.
oh,
Yeah, we used to have like little like tubs of stuff out in the fields in the orchards sometimes, and like
oh,
to cool off, they would take a dip.
oh! I had no idea. Thank you.
The bathing
Uh-uh.
bipeds magazines I look at, they're always.
Thank you.
Disgusting. Those are challenges for us as
Isn't it
children.
funny as-
Who would look
as-
at it the longest?
As dragons, we don't give a shit about outfits, but now that we're bipeds, we're like, oh,
Oh
don't
my
be
god.
naked.
But we don't want to look like that. Yeah.
Well,
Well, because they don't have
Well,
scales, so like you got to cover
yeah.
that up.
you know, like we have natural armor and stuff like that, right?
Oh, does the fuzzy robe come with fuzzy slippers?
It does. So those are going with you.
Oh,
I'm sure.
perfect.
Yeah. Oh my god, XigXag,
Elon,
you
are
can.
you in the bath? Are you saying all this to me from the bath, or you what?
No, I
One-
run over all wet and hugged you all wet, so you probably.
Yeah, no,
felt
I
bad.
was in the bath alone in our room staring at a doll while you all.
And
were
eventually
talking
I
about
went
this stuff.
back.
Yeah, but Elon, were you giving your speech about how beautiful your sister is from the bath? And that's the question.
Yeah, I was like, well,
100%.
I was
Like,
sitting on the edge of the bath in a very like, yeah.
Oh, I assumed you were like in the bath, legs up, dictating to her as she's like collapsed on the bed.
No, I was just ready to take a dip, and then the thought came to me. So
Okay.
you just have to be ready to spring into action, you know.
Right.
It's something she hasn't seen before.
That's true.
Actually, in this form, it literally is something she's never seen before.
Well, it's just awkward.
Also, speaking of baths, Lord Buku, do you take one of these baths?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Cool. I'll say that there have been a few soaks here and there. When you guys are going down, Lagak says, if you're going down to the tap room, I'll probably take this opportunity to take a soak myself, if that's all right. Unless you think I'll
Master
be needed
Lagak,
down there.
Of course, please.
in
You-
any
you
case,
more than earned it.
Here is a bit
You
of
more
here
than
is a-
earned it.
Here is a bit of gold. I'd urge you not to spend all of that just on drinks, but I'm giving you extra, just in case. And also, to be honest, Lord Buku is a bit of a test to see if it's capable for you to not spend every coin you've been given.
Buka's like about to be like, yeah, and then he's like, well,
You're no longer as
Is
greedy
this-
as you used to be. The inevitable avarice is gone, which means you might course correct in the opposite direction. So just be careful.
well, we never make sure the door's closed. And like, Master, you might not know this, but of course, financial frugality was never one of our major, disciplines we studied over in Bazankin.
Nor would it
Being-
be. No, indeed.
Being a lord, it was never much of a concern. Is this like a lot of money, or is
For
this,
what it is you're purchasing down there, this should be able to get all of you drunk. Well, some of you are rather large. This could certainly get Dongart and XigXag drunk many times over, and the rest of you drunk twice over at least. As well as
Okay.
a meal. So in other words, you don't need to drop all of this. If you do, it's
Understood.
okay, we have more,
Understood.
but it's a test.
Of course, I understand.
Yes.
Yes. You,
It's
you
like,
know,
how
you-
much could
you've spoken before about this thing of the like morale when we've had our leadership
Yes.
conversations.
Indeed.
Would this be a way to increase it by?
Potentially, yes.
Uh.
But don't remember you're on a mission, so you don't want morale to get so high that you lose focus of the mission.
Of course. All right. Excellent.
Very well. So you'll go down, she'll start taking off her armor, and she'll get into a well-deserved tub. So if you guys, oh yeah, go ahead, XigXag.
I just actually wanted to go to Tangar to her and ask her for some money too.
Oh, to Lagak.
Lagak, yeah.
If you go to Lagak will sort of say, Lord Buku has the money for your group.
Oh,
you can ask him
I
for a
wanted
share
to
of it.
I wanted to do something for Shishu. She
Oh,
seemed a little bit down.
understood well. Shishu has done something nice for you, so I suppose that's possible. I'm only going to give you as much as Shishu spent on you. You understand? This is like it's like a sort of a swap gift exchange where you all can only spend a certain amount on each other. So she hands you a few silver coins. There you go.
That's how much those shoes that I oh, you're not wearing those, although you might want to wear the shoes she just got you. That might be nicer. Although they probably don't fit your physiology, so never mind.
Oh, well, they wouldn't go with the robe.
Very true. But there you go. Yes, there's. So you have a little bit. A little bit of
Is
coin.
that enough to bribe some goblins to come up to
You're
Shishu?
gonna buy her followers?
Yeah, I want to buy her some followers,
you could-
patent followers.
it-
Just come up to her
yes.
and tell her, "Oh, Shishu, we've been waiting for your arrival.
You suspect
You
that
came."
you suspect it might be enough to get some people to say that, not to be followers, but to come up and to freak
I
out
just-
about seeing her. Yes, you could absolutely
Yes,
ask
yes,
a
I-
couple of goblins to get, no problem.
How are we
Amazing.
so the worst? Like just all of us.
The worst.
Well, we're the Blutes.
I
That's
never
going.
get anything done because
That sounds.
Yeah.
We're the what?
I
What'd
feel
you
like
say,
we're the
Pierce?
blues
I said
when
we're
we
the
made
Blutes.
when we made our empire, not
Yeah.
after when we're trying to just sustain it.
The Bluths.
Blutes. What are the Blutes?
From Arrested Development.
Oh,
A family of people who are the worst.
It's the worst.
There's always money in the apple orchard. My dad always
Money in
said
the
that.
apple orchard. Oh. So
Working for money? That's ridiculous. That's what the that's what the bipeds are for. To do the work for you. I just remembered the mom from that show. Sorry.
they, yeah, they don't allow you to have bees in here. So if you guys head down, to the room, you see that it is fairly populated. XigXag, are you going to do this immediately? Your little plan?
well, I kind of scurry
Yeah.
away somewhere in the.
It is not hard to find a few. You find a couple of bipeds and a couple of elves, or sorry, a couple of goblins and a couple of elves who kind of are like almost like it's like they've got some coins on the table and they're like trying to count, like how many more drinks they can get. Kind of you sense that pretty immediately. So if you'd like to approach them, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll do that. And
This elf looks up at you and says, "Yes, what? What do you want?
would you like to earn some silver?
I don't.
You and your friends?
I don't do that anymore."
I don't know what you're talking about. Why? Let's
my
come
God.
back to that
The
later.
other elf goes shh, and says, "What do we have to do?"
You just have to go to that nice Asimar over there, and you pretend that you are her follower. Her name is Shishu, and you have to tell her that you heard that she was coming, and you are so excited and so happy that she's finally here, and you are her follower. And whatever she says, just roll with it. Got it?
I understand. Okay, we can actually do that. And she says, "Oh yeah, that's fine. Sure." So they'll take the coins and they'll just they'll kind of like they listen to what you said, but they're taking the coins and they're like, "Okay, so you want us to go all at once? Like mob
You
her,
know, yeah, mop her.
Okay.
Great idea, mop her.
So basically, oh, I love this. Okay,
Just
so
let me get back there so you don't know me, okay?
understand.
And I'll go back to the group.
Perfect. So basically, you go over to the group. As you guys are kind of approaching, and there is a bar, and there's a couple of different bartenders, a fair number of people. There's some sort of I think there's probably 40 or 50 people in this tap room, just kind of enjoying. It's it's spacious, and it's bustling. It seems like they're doing well, and as it kind of been suggested, maybe some of these people are just stopping for now, and then they're going to carry on, to one of these another inn or to a place before it gets too late. It's kind of like a sort of cheery energy. As you guys are sort of standing there looking at the bartenders, none of you really know how bars work also, because you're dragons.
Yes.
But as this happens, I think that all of you have at least 5 in look, right?
into your
Yeah.
vitality. I think it's like
Six.
as dragons you had a high look, so you just keep your
Yes.
stats. Yeah, 6 or so. Yeah, so all of you see a rush of movement as 4 bipeds start running at you guys. With kind of like intense looks on their faces. 2 elves, 2 goblins. XigXag, these individuals are known to you. The rest of you don't know who they are, but they rush forward, and they're all looking. And actually, XigXag, roll another luck roll. You should be fine since you're so high, but let's just make sense you don't roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 or something terrible.
I have a double 1.
Double ones will be enough for them not to for them not to have misunderstood who you were talking about. So they do.
Oh my god, that would have been horrible.
They do all rush up to Shishu, and they just go. The elf kind of the elf in the lead, kind of seeing this. She's like Shishu, is it really you? Hey, look at Shishu. Do you guys see it's Shishu? Oh my gosh, this is so wow! I can't believe Shishu's here. Can you believe it?
Shishu's just giving her best side. As they're saying this, she just
Totally taking it. Horrible.
And the goblins say, Shishu, right? Yep, that's how I was gonna pronounce that. No problem, absolutely. Yes, Shishu. Oh boy, huge fan of all your Yep, and can you guys believe it, Shishu? And a couple of other beings now, kind of other bipeds, are looking around like, does anybody know a Shishu? Shishu?
I can't.
Kind of. So like people are like staring at Shishu, like wondering what Shishu's going to do.
Yeah.
Shishu.
I think I'm gonna like spread my wings a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it feels good, you know?
Yay!
You're your own those like angel wheel muros everyone takes for social media. You're just
Yeah.
walking around with that all the time.
Exactly. I have
that
my
whenever
own
you want.
photo op.
Perfect.
But also I can change the color a little bit, like for depending on the mood.
Certainly. Well, very good. So yeah, as you
Ready to be a religious figure, so
you are definitely attracting a good bit of attention here. And in fact, these ones who were just like freaking out about how you're so cool, they're like, oh, it's Shishu. Yeah, it's Shishu, everyone. And for the most part, it seems to be I'm sure it's heartening to you. Shishu, that being said, I would love for you to roll. I don't think this is it's really not your strong suit, which in this case is good. Shishu, give me a read person roll. Tarngart, you don't need to make this roll, and I don't think...
which color is the read person?
green.
roll?
It's under green. I think it's only 2 dice.
Oh, 2. I have 2.
Yes, let me see. And then Tongard
Wait,
and...
can I roll more for luck, or is luck for re-rolls?
Luck is more for like could something happen? If you'd like to spend power, you could get more dice on this. But I would say
But do you really want?
you really don't want to.
You don't want to succeed in this.
I
one?
wouldn't succeed on this roll.
Well, I didn't succeed.
Understood. Let me look at Elon as well, because I think he's actually pretty. Yeah, Elon, Tongart, and Lord Buku. No rolls are required. You're all 6 or higher, and one of you even has a lore die in read person rolls. And as you 3 watch this, and the way they just keep saying, "Shishu, you're a huge deal." God. Have you ever been like working on a project where there's like some like for like a commercial or something, and like the you've cast like decent people, but when there's any degree of like go ahead and do some like ad-libbing of like stuff, what they're saying is just so not natural. Like they can deliver the line, and you're like, you can do one for fun, and the ad-libs are like not. It's just like no humans ever talked like this because they don't know the world they're trying. Yeah, you get the idea. So the point is, Tongard, Elon, and Lord Buku, you guys are certain that these people do not know who Shishu is. Don't know any more to say than Shishu. Oh wow, we're so excited you're here. We're followers.
And there is XigXag, like just.
Well, they're
quality-
probably they're probably like.
Well-
like that's what happens when
Well,
you get fans.
I'll step in a little bit and go. Shishu, it's amazing. I can't believe the tales of your saving an entire plane have already stretched to other planes of existence.
I mean, and it's just really just using the power of my mind.
That's remarkable. I can't believe you all must have heard about that, right?
And the elf goes. The elf's like, oh, or the elf rather says, Oh, no, yes, I mean, that is.
Yeah, I'm like-
that is why I came. Oh, yeah, that.
Can
and the
I
other
kind
elf
of
says,
step in? That please give us privacy.
Oh.
Did you all want to get signatures or something from?
And the elf kind of looks at you, XigXag.
Happy to sign. I'm
Oh
happy
yes,
to
we'd love a
sign.
signature. And the goblin goes,
And
wow.
Lord Buku is going to buy you some drinks, right, Lord Buku?
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, hey, yeah.
And the elf just says, yes, we would love some. That would be so great. Please buy us drinks. And we're so excited to have this signature of this person who saved a plane with her brain.
Shishu gets a piece of paper from the bar and writes, "You can be, do, or have anything you want. Signed, your deity, Shishu."
Oh, we've gotten the first tenet of Shishuology right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just audacity is one of the fundamental tenets, really.
So basically, as Lord Buku, as they kind of go to the bar.
That is
to
our
get
give
one.
us our daily bread.
It's like literally the it's inverse Catholicism, where it's like no shame.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can be, do, or have anything you want. Your deity, Shishu. That's what they have written, and they're looking at this, and even these weirdos in a bar who took some money, who knows what they were going to be willing to do for some silver, but upon this, we're happy to do this for a couple drinks, and now they're getting more free drinks. Even these individuals looking at this message, the goblin when he gets his thing, kind of just pauses and says, "What the fuck?" But they will head over to the.
Buku's gonna sidle up to them as they're looking at this and goes, "This is just the first tenet, Shishuology. It's a new fad hitting the world, new religion. You are the first. You are the special. Stick with us. Good things will continue to happen to you." And he walks over to the bar to get drinks for everybody.
Wonderful. As you guys you've kind of you're grabbing drinks both for these new followers who XigXag also saying, but give her some space. They have their signatures. You guys are now attracting it. There's a lot of people are looking. No one else is approaching, but a lot of people are looking, and you with your very good dragon ears, you all hear some comments of, "Who is that?" They said they saved a. Is this a planner traveler? Who is this person? Have you heard of a Shishu? I don't know a Shishu. What's going on? Do you know any? I don't know any angelkin doing anything important. This is what? This is. One of them says, "And why are they at an inn if they've saved a plane? This is kind of weird. Why aren't they staying in a magnificent mansion spell or something? I don't know. Are they?
Can Shishu hear all of this?
You hear all of that, yes.
Buku does too.
You both do.
I'm so glad I'm of the people and I stay at inns. Aren't you guys?
You hear,
Yeah.
in response to that, you hear one person saying, "Oh, that explains it. That makes complete sense." Another person saying, like, "I'm still dubious. That seems strange." Another one saying, "I think she has really good ears. We should be quieter." So as various things are being said around the room, anybody have? Sorry, I'm checking all your sheets real quick. I am gonna say that this is probably something that Lord Buku will pick up on earlier than anyone else. But Elon, you'd probably Elon and Tongar will probably get to this point as well. But as kind of your natural detective vibe. Oh, I take it back. His detective vibe is only 2, so never mind. Lord Buku's magic that lets his int go into most of his charisma, but not all of it, does not extend to this one. So never mind. I will say that
You
actually
can't read a room. No.
it takes a bit.
I'm a professional pitch master. Okay.
Professional.
You not only read the room, you own the room.
I love it.
I write the room.
Whereas
Write it.
Whereas, okay, then no one will get the first, because it was going to be on 7 dice, the first thing. But after a few moments, Elon and Tongart, you guys definitely sense that a lot of people are paying attention. And, Shishu heard that and said some stuff to alleviate some concerns and raise others. But as this is happening, there is a figure who had like a few people like around them. And is kind of, there's a lot of focus over here, and this person is kind of walking over, and both of you please make a luck roll for me, of Elon and Tongart.
Luck.
This is a very rare kind of biped.
Hey, Dragon Master, is this somebody about to take notice of our group and our talking about Shishu and stuff?
Yes, this is definitely
I just wanted to add to it when Buku was going to the bar to get drinks for everybody.
Yeah.
He was just going to put all the gold on the table, on the counter, and ask the bartender to not only keep the drink coming, but also start letting people know about Shishuology and, the divinity that is Shishu, and like plant a really big seed with the bartending crew and the wait staff to start spreading that around. That'll just, drop hints of that.
Sort of a bartender will
Classic.
Sort of hear that and say, "All right, okay. Certainly let people know you're footing the bill. This just is until gold runs out. You're paying for anybody."
No. Sorry, wasn't clear. This is my first time buying drinks at a bar. This is for my table over there, where Shishu is the head of Shishuology. This portion of it, actually, whatever portion you feel is, whatever's left over, from the drinks that we're going to have tonight,
And the
is
drinks for
you.
those 4.
Yeah.
They point at two goblins and 2 elves. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. For
Okay.
them and our 4 or 5 over here. Yeah. So this my understanding is this should cover our drinks pretty much for the night.
Well, this
and with a
probably will,
significant-
unless you want a top shelf.
Well, no. I mean,
You don't want top shelf. Oh, okay, sure. Well, then this will be fine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I mean, for
You
me,
know the
but
difference.
maybe not the rest.
Yeah.
They don't have the refined palate to really understand difference between top
They've
and
never
bottom shelf. So.
they've never had drinks in a bar either. You mean?
Oh, I'm sure that maybe they have.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But then,
yeah, no problem.
But what I'd like, for you, take a portion of it for yourself and your compatriots here that work in exchange for spreading the word of Shishuology. It's a start. It's on the ground floor here. People can really get in early into it. It's going to be the next big thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Well, great. Well, this will we'll get you some drinks, and they kind of
Great.
get some drinks down.
Great.
And they do pull something off of a top shelf and pour that, and kind of give that. You only wanted one top shelf. You're not getting it for everyone.
Just for
you.
me.
Here
just-
you go.
just for
Here,
me,
here's
yeah.
something for you, and they pour you something, and they just take all your money. They just sweep it all back, and then various other drinks are set out, and the bartender. They kind of there's some looks being exchanged among the bartenders of kind of like they don't look like they're trying to. Well, they are a little bit trying to take advantage. It's more a thing of just they're like what is happening? I've never bought drinks in a bar before, but I need you to start telling everyone about my religion.
How much?
Sounds
so
normal.
They give
How
you
much could
they take the drinks, and you now have no more gold for the night, and
Perfect.
you've already gotten rid of all your gold and all your silver, but you do have several drinks kind of there for you, and they're sort of stepping back. Meanwhile, however, Elon and Tongart, what you have noticed, how did you guys do on your luck rolls, by the way?
Oh, I forgot to roll.
All good.
I just wanted to add to the noise
Of course,
factor that was about
yeah,
to come down.
I
I got a pair of 2s.
Pair of twos.
I re-rolled my my whole pool, and I got a pair of 3s.
Pair of tools and pair of tools. Hey, a couple pair of tools over here. A pair of 2s and a pair of 3s. You know what? I will say that. Yeah, I think we'll say you both have a pretty quick awareness that Oh, that was luck. I'm so stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, it was
You have never, neither of you, there was only one thing you could have rolled that would have gone with the 2, otherwise you need 3. You have never seen a biped like this before, and for a moment you're like, oh, is something wrong with this biped? But the way she's moving, she doesn't seem to be injured at all. She doesn't seem like she's sickly. She's moving with a lot of like presence, almost gliding across the floor. She is a very tall biped, probably over 6 feet, so a little taller than you, Elan. Probably not up to 7 feet, so she's not at Lord Buku's height. Her body is kind of elongated, and her face looks almost skeletal. She doesn't have a nose, instead has just kind of like 2 holes like what you'd see in a biped skull. Her teeth are kind of exposed. Her cheekbones are incredibly close to this kind of yellow papery skin. Her features are very sort of exaggerated. There's this almost corpse-like quality to her, kind of this kind of look. But she has this kind of long hair kind of coming out the top of that. She's wearing pretty just standard-looking clothing. It looks nice, but nothing sort of, kind of like traveling clothes, nothing that calls too much attention to itself. But as she sort of is moving away from like a group who had been paying her some attention and sort of coming over, she seems to be sort of walking to Shishu, but also eyeing all of you, kind of in case, it is trying to decide if it's more proper to speak to someone else. But neither of you have ever seen a member of the species before. But as she's kind of pulling over.
Can I get a sense of her as she's walking over?
Make a read person roll.
Right. 7 of those. Let's yeah. That'll be 3 tome.
3 tome. Oh, knowledge and secrecy, and yes, perfect. You get the impression that this is someone who bears no ill will, but she is very curious, and it's probably a professional curiosity. It's probably some kind of, having overheard perhaps some of what you're saying, she is particularly interested in what it is that this person is espousing, so she's kind of moving to you all with this kind of.
Then I'll just lean over to Shishu. You appear to have attracted some attention. I think you have someone coming over to sort of inquire about Shishuology, although she is a unique-looking individual. I wouldn't react too strongly to her appearance, but I just get the sense that she's coming over to.
Oh, you mean like press?
Ask you about something. Yeah, maybe.
They're always very odd looking.
Just in a little press for time.
Shishu.
I mean the media.
Oh, I see
Although the media are very busy.
It's true. They got deadlines to hit, guys. You never hear him say, "Just let the presses run." However, so as she's as this woman is approaching you, you now spot her as well. She has this kind of cadaverous look, this kind of like just kind of nose holes and eyes in her, kind of eyes very present, but she's kind of there's something sort of striking about it, but she just sort of approaches and kind of looks at Elon and down at Tongard, who clearly has your ear. You were just bending down and listening to something Tongard was saying, and she'll just pause and say, "Greetings.
Greetings.
Are you you are travelers here? I am not knowing you already."
Are you from here?
Well, no, not from this area. I have heard of many individuals, but you seem to be attracting a bit of attention, and you have some individuals who are aware of you. I just wish to come and say hello.
What's your name?
I am Jordana.
Oh,
I'm Jordana Mistach.
Hi, Jordana. I'm Shishu.
Hello, Shishu.
Now, does Shishu remember them talking about Jordana?
That is up to you. If you think Shishu remembers the name Jordana being dropped by Black Fingernails guy up top of the mountain, that's on you. If you were just
I think
blocking all of
Shishu
that,
would
yeah.
remember
So,
her
yeah,
competition.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
What you are a religious individual? Is this correct? You are a heard you sort of speaking of a. Is it a religion? Is it a science? What is it? You're traveling and trying to send information out about.
I mean, positivity, sunshine, light.
Oh,
you
how,
know.
how wonderful!
Yeah, it's a bit of all those things.
Plenty of that
It's a
outside.
bit of science.
Yes, yes.
It's a bit of religion.
All of a
bit
sudden,
philosophy.
Shishu's glowing like even brighter, glow yellowy, like the opposite of their color scheme is what Shishu's doing.
Wow.
In fact, I think Shishu, you said to me, it's
Very
more of a
beautiful.
lifestyle than anything.
It is. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
I
a
don't mean to-
lifestyle. It's a lifestyle religion, sort of like
Wow.
you know,
Full
like
body and
discover the
soul.
deity within as long as the deity is Shishu.
Oh, wow.
Tenant number 2.
Discover the deity within.
Discover your inner Shishu. You know what I mean?
So, and I am sorry.
I'm just now imagining Shishu walking down with like from the hill with tablets, but they're just like 2 iPads, right? Like
And they
Yeah, tablets.
Oh my god.
So forgive me. I may be missing something. Am I in the presence of a deity now? Are you being a deity? You are being the deity yourself. Is this correct?
Yes.
Is this my
I'm not
understanding?
being. I am. I am the great I am.
You are being this deity. Oh, I am understanding. Well, it is wonderful to be in your presence.
Thank you. And what do you do? Knowing full
I
well
am-
what she does.
I am more a sort of a traveler and collector. But a deity such as yourself, I would
What do you
imagine.
collect?
Oh, all sorts of things. I think mainly items of narrative interest. Is Shishu deity? Do you
I mean, like, because your press, your media.
media? Oh no! Oh, you speak of the press. There is there is a press here in this continent. It is not like what there is in Panopolis, but yes, there is a press. No, I am not a member of this. Are you deity? Shishu. Do you prefer to be called goddess?
Yes.
Well, goddess, then I'm humbled to be in your presence, of course. Have you been
The
experiencing...
humility is purely mine.
Oh, just so. Have you been experiencing the visions, goddess?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. This is why you have come here, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been up to the church yet? That is where we are gathering. I have simply not gone up there yet. I'm sort of dragging my feet, trying to have a
We
bit of
were
fun.
there. We were
You
there. We met
were.
Catriona
You met
and
Catriona.
Seaton.
Oh, Seaton, interesting. Well, that is so very interesting that you are here, goddess. Well, I am humbled.
Can I
to be-
do a read person on her if she's,
Sure.
which, you know. Can I spend some power to add more dice to my read
You
person?
absolutely can. You spend 2 power per sort of additional die, and whatever your current power is, let's give you back. I'm gonna just give you back 2, kind of, because some time has passed with. So you'll be
Okay.
you're at 37 here now. So
Okay, so if I'm at 37, I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 more dice. I'll go down to 31.
love it. So you'll roll 5 on this.
Mm-hmm. I just wondered if this person's a threat to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. 2 3s and 2 4s.
Ooh.
Obsession or recklessness or protection. Yeah, protection and recklessness maybe.
Protection, recklessness go together. Talisman, you're kind of trying to see. In terms of is she a threat to you, which is understandably where your mind would mainly be, sort of how you'd mainly be phrasing this at the outset. She does not appear to be a threat to you in any sort of physical way by any means. You also really don't think she means you any harm. But you also do not believe she believes you are a deity, and she is calling you that just out of like politeness. And you don't think she means you harm, but you see her as a serious threat potentially to Shishuology, because if she's with those people up there, I mean, I think that even Shishu understands that though Shishu is I'm sure Shishu is certain she's going to be victorious at this whole start a religion thing, she would recognize that she doesn't really know much about them, you know, and how they function and all that sort of stuff. So she recognizes that she's, you know, she's kind of come in and staked a claim here, and now someone who's involved in a more, even though that one is not established, it seems to maybe be by people who do know some ropes a little more. So definitely there's, but you don't even think she's not here to threaten. She's not trying to threaten Shishuology. It's more that
she wants to do a collab.
Not that she wants to do a collab, more than just like these people are a threat to Shishuology because they know what's going on, and they're you can tell they're already not buying it, and that is dangerous. But she doesn't.
I'm making a note to myself to talk to my brother about how to be like a more convincing deity, like how to sell it. You know what I mean? Like I need to do some role playing, some walkthroughs. I need to perfect my pitch.
Of course. Well, it is such an honor to be in your presence. Are you going to be joining us for any of the sort of ceremonies tonight?
I thought about it and it sounds really cool, but like how positive is it?
Well, I think I am immediately
Don't you guys like dread or something?
Oh yes, we are entirely, but if you had the visions, then you are understanding the true nature of dread, yes?
Yeah, and I'm kind of like the opposite. You know what I mean?
Of course.
We're kind of anti-dread. Not active, like we're not like fighting or anything, but we're just Shishuology's is positivity.
Right. I think I'm understanding. What did you see in your vision? What was it that cut you?
I mean, which one? There's a lot of visions.
Indeed. I see. Well, perhaps the visions that are granted to a deity, to a goddess such as yourself, would be something that a mortal mind like mine could never comprehend. This is what I'm going to assume, yes?
No, I mean, I'm a deity of the people, you know? I'm a deity of the bipeds. My visions are like, you know, when you see just like millions of beings being so positive.
Yes. You have
that like
said,
it changes
And
the
making a
world.
better world, yes.
Exactly. This is my minister of positivity, XigXag.
Yeah, that's me.
We
And
don't call them
and
bipeds.
shoes.
Shishu,
Yeah, call them bipeds.
this person says something now, and I'm simply going to
Call
have
them
Shishu.
bipeds.
Shishu, I want you to roll an intellect roll, just your flat intellect 3 dice. This is a passive thing that's going on, but I'm still going to have you roll it.
Okay. Oh, pair of 3s.
Pair of 3s. Harmony and obsession. This woman now says to you, she switches to the draconic language. She says the next thing, which is basically, but you do realize it. But she sort of switches to draconic as she adds,
Well, yes, I am, of course, I am very curious, and we would be delighted to have you there tonight, but whatever you must do, goddess, it will be most appreciated.
Why did you do that?
that's back in sort of a common tug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, forgive me, thought that a deity such as yourself might speak in all tongues. Forgive me. You had used a word that I associated with something else. Well, I have been tarrying here for longer than I probably should be. I have been speaking to the people, trying to find a few more followers here and there, to the cause of dread, so that they might understand the true virtue of embracing and facing fear. But now that I have met you, I think that there are much more interesting things for the people here to look into, yeah? So I am going to go ahead and go back, or make my way finally up to this church. Did things seem to be moving along, by the way? Were they clearing? Was the construction in good
Everybody was
shape?
doing a great job handing out dolls with red hair.
Oh, wonderful. I have not yet dyed my hair. I'm worried that my skin tone will sort of clash with this a bit.
You have to choose the right shade of red. Maybe more of a blue red to really accentuate your grayish
But
pallor.
the trick is we all wish to match the red tone from the vision, as I'm sure you remember.
Oh, yeah, it might wash you out.
That's my problem. This is my fear. Oh well, it's fine.
Maybe some makeup.
No,
you know,
I would
paint
spy.
you.
No. Well.
Or
among
maybe
the-
how you style it.
Oh, how I
That's
style
true.
it?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can make it work.
Well. Perhaps this will be a trick for me. I don't know that purple will be my color either, but such it goes. Among the Gardevoir, we have a saying. Among my people, we have a saying, which is that, may the day of your death come precisely when it should. Yes. So I will
That's beautiful.
leave you all with that sentiment. Yeah, I'm leaving you with this sentiment. May the day of your death come precisely when they should. Yeah.
You too.
Oh, you are too kind. God is to have a deity say such a thing to me. This is truly a blessing. It was nice to see all of you. Hopefully we see you tonight. But now I really must make an important delivery up there, mustn't I? She kind of goes back to the table she was at and picks up a bag, but she's still kind of, like within earshot, and she'll kind of.
I'll just catch up to her real quick before she leaves.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, were we to attend,
Oh, please.
would you recommend the midnight or the witching hour?
Oh, I see. So you were thinking of not attending all the ceremonies?
Was that necessary?
No, it is not necessary. You would be. My friend, if you.
I'm just there to observe. I'm just curious as
Oh,
you
of
were.
course, yes, you're welcome to come and go as you please. Did you experience any of the visions that we're speaking of?
I myself, no.
No. So you have not been touched by dread? Yeah?
No, I've felt a little bit of a hinky feeling around the dolls.
Oh, that is so wonderful to hear. That means that you are receptive to the messaging. Wonderful. My friend, I would say to you, you are welcome to come to any House of Dread at any point at any time. I think you would probably get the most out of attending these sequentially and seeing if you'd like to continue. I would come at the sundown, when the last rays of the sun, when the so-called magic hour is gone and true darkness descends. That is when our sort of sundown ritual will begin. I think you will understand. You will understand what follows better if you attend that, but you do not need to attend it or any.
Oh, so they're not like repeat performances.
Oh no. Is the secession of darkness and the midpoint of darkness or the deepest point of darkness, are they the same? No, they are very different. Very different indeed. So come whenever you like, and if you're able to convince your deity to come with you, this would be a very beneficial thing, I think, for your deity. I think that your deity is going to be a very persuasive deity if she can embrace dread. This is what my suspicion is, yeah. Now,
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for answering that.
it is my pleasure to be in the presence of a deity. Toodaloo. She heads out.
I'll head on back. Well,
So, Alon, I was thinking if you can use some of your magic, like have little whispers going around at the different tables talking about Shishu, or planting those seeds on a grassroots level. And once
Nah,
we build that up, why not?
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
like perfect
that's
and then
not your
if
worst idea.
each
Yeah.
person tells another 2 people, then those 2 people will tell another 2 people. Eventually,
Yeah.
everyone will know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm about that. That's what I'm about.
Yeah. I would have the wait staff kind of, passing around the information. So a good start.
What time is it now, Philip?
It's still a couple hours until sundown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ask about any food, Buku? Do I just go up to the bar if I want something?
No, it's fine. Yes, totally. Yes, I asked about, of course I asked about food. That's silly. I was going to wait for Lagak to return first, though. It seemed like it would be, rude. No.
Smash cut to Lagak
That.
raiding the equivalent of the minibar upstairs, just in the tub.
This is why I need a life. As much as I hate to admit it, it is nice to be in a realm built for bipeds. The flavors are so delicious. It's not just meat. It's not just flame roasted meat all the time. Oh, wonderful. Oh, this is what a delightful experience.
Buku just burst in. Lagak. I did
yes?
spend a little bit of the money. I need just a little bit more if I can to.
Wait, you've already spent it all, Lord Buku. That is rough.
What are you doing?
I am eating from the stores in the room that they've provided, and enjoying this bath.
They have food in this. They have food in here. Perfect. I'll just take that then. That's fine. They were a little hungry.
Are you
Yep.
taking Lagok's food away from them?
Yes.
Well, I'll just take that.
Oh, I probably noticed where he put his money too, right? Where she
Lagak?
put her money.
Yeah, the money's just Wait,
Oh,
how much more are you going to take?
Just a handful or 2. I mean, how much is?
Well,
I
what
mean, it's
have
not
what
that
have you
much.
already purchased, and what are you trying to purchase now?
We've gotten drinks for ourselves and some friends, and then I also had some rumors being spread around. We're on a mission. I took your advice. I kept our eye on the prize.
So, in
and,
other words,
stayed
I understand. So, you're
focused.
trying to spend money to curry favor.
That's yes.
Well, I suppose
yes.
that's a different opportunity. Yes, you can of course take money, but you must understand, Lord Buku, we do not have unlimited funds in our possession. We might have to dip back to Wyrmloth to get more funds if you spend at this rate.
Understood. I'll be more. Yes. It's Alon was talking about it being like some kind of investment that you have to spend money to make money. That it all come. He understands all that. It's totally fine. So
Lord Buku,
I'm just gonna take
just
this.
for the record, he does not.
I've been. You don't know how much we needed you when we were in the Dreadland.
I understand, but also, Lord Buku, neither do you. So put back half of what you just
Okay,
took.
enjoy your bath.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get some food.
Yes. Lagak has a much easier time talking to you people, trying to tell the truth when you're also bipeds.
I don't.
So,
When I
it's
get
all
back, I say,
psychological.
I'm not sure that I like. I feel like Lagak is getting a little bit lippy these days. We might need to put him back in his spot for too long. A little free with his opinions. I'm noticing.
Oh,
There should be
Lagak.
food coming shortly, Master Lasso.
So you go and
Oh,
order
well,
some
thank you.
food. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I brought these snacks from upstairs. Apparently, there's food in our rooms. You just eat it willy nilly. Part of the. I guess it's part of the price of the room, so it's not extra or anything.
They do also bring over some trays of food and sort of some starter type things, some breads and things, and you actually you get the impression you're seeing this at so many tables. Some of that stuff probably also is just complimentary, some of the food, some of the base stuff. But then they start bringing you various very fancy dishes, primarily goblin cuisine, which involves a lot of seafood, and a lot of kind of like very like sort of like pungent and kind of like sour and just like some funk on them sauces. A lot of
Like
umami going.
high-end goblin cuisine.
It's
Like
pretty.
haute goblin.
Yeah, I mean, and these are you're in a goblin area, so they're
Can we roll on whether he like the food or not?
I will leave it up to you. You can simply roll to decide for yourselves. The food is very well prepared, so if you think you have kind of like a standard palate, it will be enjoyable. But if you want to decide whether or not you specifically like goblin cuisine, that can be up to you.
I had no idea I liked goblin food. It's delicious.
Well, you know,
It's, nice.
they do say that there is no better education than travel.
Mm.
There's a fermented sort of like citrus lemon sort of paste that kind of they put in little jars over, and it's very like it's sort of sour but has like a kind of a to it, kind of a a little kind of like a fermented thing. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Got like
Like a
Umami.
like a
tart?
soury lemon
Like
curd
kimchi
kind of thing.
and like
yeah, like you know how when you bite into something you're like, this tastes rotten but good somehow. That's the vibe. Yeah, fermented.
It's so good.
Yeah.
the sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut. There you go. Kimchi. Yeah, it's the vibe. But yeah, they bring you that. I also realized for some of you. No, I guess the dragons of Wyrmloth did have like ales they would drink and wines and things. But drinking as a biped, I will tell you, each one of you, as you begin to like drink whatever wines and Lord Book, obviously you got a glass at the top shelf. One thing that is upsetting is as much as your senses are sharper as dragons, the food subtlety, you're fine, like the sensation of drinking like liquors and eating these different kinds of food is very, very pleasant in a way that you haven't quite experienced as dragons. Typically dragons, though you have a discerning palate, you are a volume eater. Your interest is in filling yourself. Whereas now you're kind of like, oh, have one of these and have one of these too. It's a, oh wow, the way this tastes on the tongue, but kind of it's a different vibe. Does anybody canonically not like this goblin food, by the way? I would think that Tongart and XigXag would probably have some further predisposition to liking it, since it's in addition to be flavorful,
it's fine.
It's really tailored to your sort of like health and nutritional needs.
Yeah.
These little goblins. Elon, not his fave. Okay, cool.
It's fine. I mean, I don't like. It's alright. I find that food in general, even as a biped, is just a method, to fuel yourself.
Wouldn't it be cool if you just had like a powder you could mix with water and just drink that all day?
Oh man,
Give you everything
magic
you need.
powder? Yeah, magic bean powder. Oh, I would love that.
This road you're going down right now, this is the stuff the tech bros talk about. This is actually offensive to me.
Yeah.
That food is just fuel.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, you just got like it's all about your body is just actively against your brain. You just gotta keep it bare minimum happy, Let your mind do its work.
Yeah.
On the inside.
All right, so you guys have a
Decision fatigue.
you guys have a as you guys sort of are here just enjoying this energy. Gonna roll a random thing here, hold on. Yeah, for sure. As you guys are having a meal, a satyr, kind of a sort of like a sort of a kind of taller than the goblin, shorter than the rest of you. She is wearing this like very brightly colored top, and she has kind of the goat legs and kind of clack 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 as she goes. I would say that satyrs are not going to be common in your biped realms, but you actually, I think, literally met a few in the fairylands, and you'd all be aware of them. So she kind of has little goat horns, and she's kind of she's coming over, and she has a drink in her hand, and she's like, excuse me, did I hear that there's like I hear that there's a did I hear there's a deity, did I hear there's a, excuse me, did I hear that there's a deity here?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this might be a fan of yours.
One
Did
of those angels.
So it is.
Why are there two angels here?
She's an angel. You're an angel.
my eyes, yes.
Wow, that's so cool. Hey, excuse me, you're a goddess? Excuse me? Excuse me, you're a
Yeah.
goddess?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
What, are you the one who, so are you the one who's in charge of love?
I'm in charge of positivity, which includes love.
Okay, can you get my sister to break up with her boyfriend because he's trash?
He's trash?
Yeah. My sister, excuse me, Diet.
Tell me more.
Excuse me. My sister's boyfriend is actually trash, and she thinks he's better than him, and he's dragging everything down. And I just think that's if you just, do I just pray to you? Did I just pray? Boop. Did I just pray out to you? Is that what I do? Oh,
Yeah, you always pray to me.
Okay, what? How do I pray? I don't even know your real
Shishu.
She should do what?
Shishu is my name.
Your name is Shishu?
Yeah.
She should wait, huh?
Do you want your sister to break up with her trash boyfriend or not?
My sister's boyfriend is literally trash.
I need you to go home and write a note.
I have to write a note. But
You know what else you can do if you really
you
want
look
this.
just like her, but except you're a guy.
That's why
and
she's a
You're
deity.
not glowing. Oh, is that why? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
I'm
a manifestation of her.
You're a
one
man
thing
of
you
her. You're
can-
the man version of her?
One thing you can do
Yeah.
is
Yes.
if you really want this to happen,
Yes.
is you could sign your wish over to her.
Sign my wish to her?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I don't have a wish left.
Okay, well,
All right, we have to go.
then
Oh.
then you should go home and write down what you
I
want.
don't
Write a note. Just write a note.
I don't know why,
Everything
but-
about.
I don't know why, but you sort of remind me of a friend I once had. Do you know
I
a
can't
blue
respond
worm?
to every
by
comment.
chance?
You know what I mean?
A blue worm? What are you? We don't respond to every comment, is what Shishu just said, by the way. This person doesn't have a wish, move on. I'm only replying to other brands right now. Tongar, if you ask her if she knows a blue worm, she goes, you have it's blue? What?
Oh, yeah, blue worm.
What?
I met her a while back. Just similar dispositions. Not exactly the same, but
I thought her name
you
is
two get
Shishu.
along.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I'm supposed to write down a note to my I'm
Yeah,
supposed to go write the deity.
yeah.
The
Also,
deity
maybe,
said I have to write a note to my brother's boyfriend that he's trash, so I gotta get.
yeah, that sounds like what
sister's
was
boyfriend.
suggested. Maybe drink some water while you're at it too.
No, water dehydrates you. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, get home safe.
Wait, do you know where my friends are? I actually don't know where my friends are. Oh wait, that's them. Hold on. Okay, guys, I don't know, but she said I have to write a note. I don't know what note. I was yelling at me all this time. You don't even care what my sister's
This is my
dating
favorite
her.
performance
Dating
of the
a
night.
date. No one listens to me. She doesn't even know what he did. I don't know. Why? It's because I know he's trash because he had sex with me so many times. So that's why I know that he's no good.
I knew that. By the way, I knew that was coming.
So she's over there talking to her friends.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe she banged her sister's boyfriend a bunch of times.
Wow.
It was very insightful, Shishu. I didn't pick up on that.
Lord, was that you? You make that
Takes a
happen?
B to know a basic B. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Well.
Tenant number 3.
So as guys, as your
Take a B, make a basic B.
guys, as your meal wraps up here, and as the sun still, you have time to make a choice if you're gonna go to that or do other things for this. We are gonna end our session now.
I know how.
Can I just say, do you guys feel like if we go to this church session, they're gonna like try to inculcate us to this horrific thing?
No, I don't think
That-
so.
I do think so.
I don't think they're gonna try to. I think something might happen that we'll have to deal with. But I
War?
don't think.
Yeah.
I do like.
I think
I do like
a
fighting.
certain DM tried to lasso us into some bad things.
This is just the shape of the world, and you guys said let's go to a church. This is the church you happen to go to. You are more than welcome to just march on up here to one of those bigger cities, either to go to Frisheb or Afalo, and just be like, because you don't.
I mean,
like,
it is.
This is a new thing, so it's not everywhere yet. This is just a place to be.
Right, but it is like a invaluable thing that we have another religion starting that's gaining traction to kind of look at what they're doing and see how it can influence what we're doing.
And
Or
one thing
burn
that they have
them all.
going to them is a lot of people have had like divine visions from it, so that's a help. But well, thank you so much. I still have to say that to me, the moment of that though, where I think everything that needed to be said was said, aside from you can be, do, or have anything you want, and I will be using an Oxford comma in the write-up of that. Let me tell
Thank you. I did when I was typing it in my notes as well.
But I have to say that the moment that I think sums it all up is that when the person says, "I've already used my wish," and she says, "Oh my gosh, we have to go now." That tells you all you need to know. So, well, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, we will not be here 2 weeks from tonight because there's a Super Bowl. So we're worried that...
It's called the big game. You don't have the rights to say the word Super Bowl.
Oh, you're so right. Guys, the big game is 2 weeks from tonight, and everyone has to root for the team. Oh, but boy, that other team, they sure are trying to do stuff. And I'm not allowed to say the name of a certain pop star who's affiliated with one of the teams I can't say, but suffice it to say that we're in an era in which our chief concern
Oh boy.
should be whether or not 49... Okay.
You're walking too close. You're walking too close.
Guys, gotta dance back. You can't even say Travis Kelce. I just did. Listen, the point is, so yeah, we won't have a game 2 weeks. It will be a month before we're back here, unless for some reason I reach out to everybody and occasionally the other game we have on Sundays, they gotta miss one, so we might pop in some other time. But more than likely, it'll be a month before we find out what happens.
Oh my God.
Up at that church. Plenty of time to plan something horrible. But we have some other games on our channel in the meantime. Starting tomorrow night and on all Mondays after that for a while here, we will have a brand new game called The Dreamlands. This is the follow-up to Lost Lore Academia, as well as now to Theme Party. And this game is going to be our sort of meta game that involves all the other games. We have a lineup of characters representing, I think I did the math on it, it is going to be representing a total of 5 different universes. We have 2 from Lost Lore Academia, 2 from Theme Party to start with, and then we have characters from 3 other worlds all coming together. So it's going to be a lot of fun as they go on a mission to try to save the multiverse from whatever Maisie isn't the main thing of, but is a part of it. So please check that out. Oh yeah, hey Jed, and I guess I should mention that team was gathered together by just this weird guy in a white suit and bowler hat named Henry Lovestone. No big deal. So
heard about that.
yeah, there you go. So that's happening on the Monday. So join us for our big first episode of that tomorrow. That will have a big cast, but we already have someone who can't make it to the first session, so it probably won't ever have all 7 players.
Perfect.
That's my anticipation.
So perfect.
On Wednesday, we are back with more Top Flight Tales. I couldn't tell you what we'll be doing in Top Flight Tales. We might even do the smorgasbord option just to try that out. We might do a little of all 3 different timelines or different stories, including the Meridian Salvation, Neon Flight, and Top Flight West's different adventures. So join us for all of that. The first issue of the first part of Neon Flight was this past Wednesday and was very fun and had a very transformative thing for a lot of characters and introduced a bunch of really cool new characters in the future of the Top Flight universe. So check that out. On Friday, we are back with Blood from a Stone, our horror game. And then 1 week from tonight, we will have another Strange Lore to see what happens at that beach house in the Hamptons. And whether or not that guy is there. He is. He's there.
It is my favorite thing that like Strange Lore is what rounds it out when you're just done, because you're like, you know, the multiverse is being threatened by great horror. We have 3 different timelines of superheroes. We have a murder mystery on a horror train, and then we'll find out what happens at that beach house.
And then there's like a beach house.
That's the cherry on top.
Office. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, please join us for all of that. Go to our Discord to communicate with us. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. Go to our wiki that Sophia and various other wonderful viewers have sort of helped put together to sort of find out about these shows and how they intersect and all that kind of fun stuff. Also, do we have any thank yous for tonight from chat or anything? I did not.
I mean, other than just lovely people being here.
And I think we had some first-time chatters as well, so welcome to you. If you joined us tonight, we're very happy to have you here. But we also have these wonderful players who are ensconcing me.
Andrew, you've been back. You've been playing new stuff this week.
I haven't, and well, you know what we're doing this week is it's not just me; it's our very own, also Anna Bacino. We are playing Diablo together, season 3. So come in so you can see the very excellent Johnny Blomson playing, yeah.
And Rainbow.
And Rainbow,
Rainbow.
his best friend.
Yeah.
So come and see us talk in ridiculous voices and slay demons and go surfing.
We're just trying to level up in this world, you know?
But you should also really see Pierce, who's doing some excellent Starfield work.
Oh yeah. So Mondays and Wednesdays at 1:30, I'm streaming Starfield. Fridays is our spooky games, which is currently Control. But the best thing I do is on Sunday mornings, I read Animorph books out loud. And today is the single best number. Book 33 has so far been the best book in the franchise. And I say that it contains 8 straight chapters of physical and emotional torture. That was so incredibly well written. And to top it all off, they introduced a random new character that we've never heard of before, just to make a character to torture this character who looks exactly like the woman he's in love with. That's my kid's book I read on Sunday mornings. But if that's too dark for you, I'm sure Jed has something a little bit lighter going on.
Oh yeah, sure. I play some mobile games. Games like Raid Shadow Legends, which I always constantly playing. I can never put it down. But yeah, you can come check my YouTube channel out where we're doing a free to play. We just started a new account, so we're like 3 weeks in, and it's very exciting because every day something new is happening, and we're getting new champions and doing fun stuff there. So that's, I think, quite enjoyable actually. But of course, if that's not your jam, maybe you're just like a sports nerd and you want to get some sweet food for the Super Bowl. Like I'm gonna have chili, but maybe you don't have a dad that makes chili for you. You can make some sweet cooking with Anna Bacino.
Yes,
and her sweet little book here.
I do have a killer chili recipe on my website, annabacino.com. I just invented it, and Andrew's the exception to this rule because he doesn't like ranch. But I just invented a dill pickle ranch dip. It's insane, and I will be posting that this week in advance of the Super Bowl, and then doing a live stream on a demo of it on February 6th. So
but I will eat that with some wings, Anna. I will eat that with some wings.
You had me with dill with pickle.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Although Andrew did make sourdough, he texted me a picture yesterday, and it would go really well with that too. Even though I don't eat bread, if you eat bread, you need sourdough and dill pickle ranch dip.
If you eat ranch, you should eat the pickle stuff.
I don't always eat ranch, but when I do, I prefer the dill.
Yeah, so go to annabacino.com, get recipes, and make food.
God, you guys! Oh my god! You guys handed those off to each other. That was so slick. That was amazing. Your little throws to each other.
We've been doing it. We've been doing this for a long time.
Really
Yeah.
have been. Is it always that order?
But I
No.
also feel like
No.
Vanda has
But
something
often.
to say.
Oh, I just have a recommendation
Oh,
because I watch TV.
Vonda's pick. Here we go. I love
That's
the Vonda
it.
picks.
I don't have my own things going on, but Murder and Other Details on Hulu.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet. I've heard about that. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
fun.
All
Great.
right.
It's with Mandy Patinkin, right?
Yep.
Oh well, then it can't be bad.
Love him.
It has a little bit of a glass onion vibe to it, just
I've
a
heard
touch.
the people say it's kind of got a
Yeah.
Oh,
knives
yeah.
out glass
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
onion
I
kind of
enjoy
National
those glass
treasure,
onions.
Mandy.
Very
Patinkin.
fun. There you go.
Yeah.
National treasure, Mandy Patinkin.
Very fun
indeed.
things.
It is.
Rose
It is.
Explodes, what do you want for your birthday? I don't understand what that was a reference to. Lauren's in chat right now. She said, was it the ranch?
The ranch.
Lauren wants the ranch for her birthday.
Oh, well, Lauren, if you live in LA, you can go to the Handy Market and buy the dill seasoning and make it yourself.
I do, so she wants me to get it for her birthday.
Yay!
Because she lives in it.
Way down south.
She lives in an adjacent county.
Are just the sauces in you haven't gotten the seasonings into a bunch of places yet?
No, the seasonings are only in some local stores, but the
Gotcha.
sauces are in a lot of stores.
There you go. All right. Well, that'll be your birthday present. If I can ever figure out when her birthday is. I feel like
That's a good birthday present.
I feel like it's in some month. I'm
Just
almost
buy it
positive.
and give it to her.
Ugh, she's so needy. She wants so much stuff all the time.
Oh my god, so needy,
She's
right?
So needy. Like,
She-
she's even
she-
chat right now.
She
So
just
didn't
came
even
into our
incredibly-
chat.
oh my
She just
God,
came into our
just like-
chat.
To
Didn't
say something
anything
she
the
wanted.
entire show, just to
Incredibly
demand
needy.
something for herself.
Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, when does it stop? When does it
Oh,
ever
God.
stop?
Doesn't.
I
That's
guess
the
I'd better
problem.
undercut
It's
that.
so awkward.
She's also very pretty and talented. Ugh, jeez.
I mean, she makes you say that every single
She
time,
do-
Philip.
Yeah.
You need to stop the cycle.
No, I can't. Believe me, to
Break the
not say
cycle.
it. You guys, I'm just gonna say this because I'm a horrible person. When we log on for games, like if I don't compliment her in the first few minutes, she mentions it. Like when we're like getting
Now it got
ready,
uncomfortable. That's got a little bit uncomfortable now.
Yeah,
she said that is not true.
it got a little real.
I'm here to say, I guess I
All the
should
jokes
amend
just
it.
fell aside.
I should amend that. Not every time, but sometimes. Yeah, occasionally. I could recall a couple recent ones. Anyway, thanks Lauren for being there for us. He lies.
Now you owe her for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh, I owe her so much. I say the meanest stuff about her. Well, Vanda says we know he lies. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been a delight. Definitely check out all the wonderful things everyone here does, all the wonderful things we do on this channel, and the terrible things we do on this channel, because those are sometimes pretty funny. See the new character from Neon Flight, Baroness Darkness, who has 2 empty eye sockets out of which come clouds of nanites, and she swings around from them when they make ropes like Spider-Man, but it's from her head.
Yeah.
I didn't even come
Swings.
up with that. Okay, I came up with the
Yeah.
empty eye sockets of the thing, but oh boy, Sierra just ran with. She's like, oh, so yeah, we come up with some horrible things in this channel. Enjoy them all. Thank you for watching. Until next time, don't waste your fire breath on other matters that you shouldn't, because just save it for when you want to roast a lamb that you're hunting because you're a dragon. Good night, everybody.